Hi, this is Josh Marshall from TPM Media. It's Friday, March 14th, 2008, and this is episode 7 of our weekend clip extravaganza. I think we all have to admit that 2008 isn't quite as interesting as it was when Mitt Romney was still in the primary campaign, all the days of Mitt Venom, all the classic moments. But the thing is with Mitt, I always had that dog fixation. You remember there was the old issue with the torturing the dog on top of the car on the family vacation, always kind of weird. You see here Chris Wallace asking him about it, you know, what the dog had to say, stuff like that.
Question, what were you thinking?
This is a completely airtight kennel and mounted on the top of our car. He climbed up there regularly, enjoyed himself.
And later on you had the Who Let the Dogs Out incident up in Michigan, always a good for a laugh.
Hey, I can be up here. Come on. Who's got your camera though? Who let the dogs out? Who?
Now, you know, Mitt failed out of the primary campaign. He's, you know, he had all those problems with John McCain, but now he's the biggest John McCain supporter in the world. Now he's back to the dog fixation to dump on Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and kind of get back in John McCain's good graces. Take a look.
I mean, listening to Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama talk about experience in a national security crisis is like listening to two chihuahuas argue about which is the biggest dog. All right. When it comes to national security, right, John McCain is the big dog.
Now, it's funny stuff, but we can't live in the past. You know, one of the funnier moments of this week in the campaign was Hillary Clinton has been going around saying that Barack Obama has not passed the threshold of being commander-in-chief. He hasn't passed the test of being commander-in-chief. But later on, Bill Clinton and then later Hillary was saying that, you know, if she's nominated, she may well pick Barack Obama to be her vice president. So then people came back and said, well, if he hasn't passed the threshold or passed the test to be commander-in-chief, how can you have him as your vice president? You know, from there, it kind of got all ugly and everything, and no one knew quite what to say. Now, things got so crazy that Howard Wolfson, Hillary Clinton's spokesperson, had to come forward and say that it's possible that in between now, during the primaries and the convention, that Obama, that the commander-in-chief test may actually be re-administered for Obama, kind of like a makeup test, and then he may pass it. But you know, as is often the case with the Clinton campaign, when you have a minor snafu like this, you bring in Mark Penn to make it into something completely ridiculous and embarrassing. So here we have the illustrious Mr. Penn on a recent conference call explaining how it's not just the commander-in-chief test that Barack Obama has failed. There's apparently a whole battery of tests that he's failed. And here's Mr. Penn giving us a little more detail.
Look, we believe that the road to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue goes right through the state of Pennsylvania, and if Barack Obama can't win there, how could he win the general election? I mean, he doesn't seem to be passing the commander-in-chief test. He's not passing the steward of the economy test, and it looks like he's saying that he won't pass the Keystone test.
Well, he may be failing all of these tests in Mark Penn's mind, but he's winning
right, isn't
state after state. I mean, there is spinning, and I understand spinning, and I respect somebody that can spin with a straight face. But at some point, it just is stupid, and that is stupid. The house is burning down, and Mark Penn's out front. You know, you've got the fire burning behind you. You got Mark Penn in the front yard. The bank of cameras is going, fire? What fire? There's no fire here. You know, the problem with you people are you're biased. You want something to happen. You want houses to burn down.
Hey, it could
There
work.
is nothing to see here. Move along.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break for a word from our sponsor, and when we come back, we'll bring you some choice moments of Lou Dobbs losing his mind. And it's good, so I warn you not to leave. We'll be right back.
Objects of the most stupendous magnitude are now before us.
'Tis no small thing to build a new world, gentlemen.
We are in the very midst of revolution, the most remarkable of any in the history of the world. Liberty will reign in America!
Okay, we're back, and now for those key moments of Mr. Lou Dobbs from CNN. You know, Lou Dobbs has been on a couple of years now. He's railing about illegal immigration, kind of going off, saying this thing about it. every day, and he's got his little, his little lackey Casey Winans there, yep, every day and stuff. So now we see Barack Obama is out giving a speech somewhere, and he attacks Lou Dobbs, and Lou's kind of pissed about this. And first he comes back, and he's kind of like, yeah, Barack Obama giving me, talking trash with me. What's going on with that? But then he goes, and he just like, it kind of eats on him, and he just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. And by the end, he's doing some sort of like imitation pander Obama thing that's just very weird. So take a peek.
Now, you heard Senator Obama. I'd like you, if you would, to listen again to what Senator Obama said today attacking me. And I want to point out, this is not the first time the senator has attacked me. Let's listen in.
When I hear Rush Limbaugh or, Lou Dobbs or some of these people talking about how we need to send them all back, we're not going to send them all back.
Well, Senator Obama, a couple of things. One is you say you can't possibly deport folks. Well, let's look at the record, because in the 1970s, more than 10 million illegal aliens were actually deported during that period of time. So it is within our capacity. And as a man who's running on an aspirational agenda and campaign, you might consider what the possibilities are for this country rather than its limitations. This country can do whatever it sets its mind to doing. The other thing is, I'm just curious about who in the world you think you're kidding. You can pander. You're a world-class panderer. Most presidential candidates are. But I have to say, you didn't, in my opinion, do a very good job today. That isn't very good pandering. Casey Wine, you're still there. I mean, I'm sort of shocked that he would not, if he's going to pander, shouldn't Senator Obama, shouldn't he get really, say he's not going to send anyone back? Do you think that'd be a little stronger than, well, we're not going to send everybody back?
Yeah, there's a lot of confusing things about this statement, Lou. You really got to wonder what's going through Senator Obama's head here, Lou.
Well, I want to say to Senator Obama right now, you owe me an apology because you've distorted my position. Tell your advisors, if they're going to help you pander, Senator Obama, do me a favor, do yourself a favor, do us all a favor, do it with some style. Don't just say you're not going to send everybody back. That isn't quite good enough. Why don't you let me do this, may I? I'm going to raise the ante for you here tonight. Senator Obama, I'm going to pander to that group and show you how it's done. And I'm going to pander them, though, however, by telling them the truth. Folks, if you are Latino, if you're an illegal immigrant, take note. I have never called for you to be deported. And unlike Senator Obama, who would not send you all back, I won't send any of you back. How's that? Do you think that would work? I think I just out-pandered you, Senator Obama.
Okay, that's good stuff. But hold on, because now we're going to show you the key end of episode, both Lou Dobbs and TPMtv, end of episode Casey Winans suck-up moment. Cue it up.
I hope that you will issue that apology now that we've set the record straight here. What do you think, Casey Wine?
I'm not going to hold my breath, Lou.
Okay. Casey Wine, thank you very much.